Right at the top tonight, we are following some breaking news as we come on the air at 11. Local, state, and federal agencies, they are on a very active scene down in Warren, Pennsylvania at this moment. Good evening. I'm Scott Levin. Mary Alice is on assignment tonight. And tonight, we also believe that it may be related to the manhunt for Warren County jail escapee Michael Burham. 2 on your sides, Nate Benson has been there all night long for us tonight, monitoring the developing situation. And Nate, can you tell us what's happening right now? We see some lights there.
Yeah, good evening, Scott. It has been a very active situation in Warren, Pennsylvania tonight, and the scene you're looking at is just a few blocks from the jail that Michael Burham escaped last night. I'm standing next to the camera so we don't create a distraction, but we also want to show you what's happening right now. We also aren't disclosing the exact location because this is an active situation. All I can tell you is that Water Street is closed between 3rd Ave and 7th Ave in the city of Warren. State Police and Border Patrol agents have a house surrounded on Water Street, and they have had that house surrounded for the last several hours. I overheard a police officer telling residents that in the neighborhood that it's related to the Michael Burham situation. Since about 8 o'clock, there have been state police helicopters in the air, drones from the Border Patrol, officers with long rifles and ballistic shields at the ready. At several times in the last few hours, officers on loudspeakers telling occupants of a house to come out with their hands up. And within the last hour, there were several bangs heard from the area of the scene. Those were consistent with flashbangs that I've witnessed personally in other news stories. Also in the last hour, an armored vehicle has arrived on scene, another sign that the situation here has escalated. I've reached out to a spokesperson for the county, but they don't have any new information for us at this time. This remains a very fluid situation right now, Scott. We're going to be here all throughout the broadcast. As you can see, police and Border Patrol agents still surrounding this house here on Water Street in Warren, Pennsylvania. We'll have another live report coming up very shortly. Scott, back to you.
All right, Nate, stay safe. Thank you very much for that update. We're going to check back in with you in just a few minutes to get the latest on the scene there. And earlier tonight, we did hear from officials on how Michael Burham was able to escape the jail. According to a Warren County police captain, he was able to escape through the roof of a recreational facility using bed sheets to lower himself to the ground.
The inmate was in the recreation yard at approximately 11:30 last night, and he was with some other inmates, and he was unrestrained. And he got on top of a piece of exercise equipment. He exited through a ceiling gate, which allowed him to get onto a roof. He used bed sheets tied together from the roof to lower himself to the ground, and that's how he made his escape.
Law enforcement agencies, they have been going door to door and monitoring the area from the sky during their search today. This area of Warren County is very mountainous and rural with the Allegheny River and other creeks nearby. But Warren police, they have been tapping into other resources with local, state, and federal agencies to help them out. And if you are from this area, you may remember similar manhunts for escaped prisoner Ralph Bucky Phillips back in the year 2006, or Richard Matt and David Sweat more recently in 2015. Both provided lessons learned for the state police and other agencies involved. Tonight, I spoke with the superintendent of New York State Police, Steve Negrelli, about how Burham's manhunt shows similarities to those cases.
A lot of similarities in the fact that there's potential for out-of-state flight from Pennsylvania to New York or South Carolina. It really reminds us of both those types of escapes, which really, Scott, this is the difficult part because you don't know where the person's going to go to.
And Superintendent Negrelli also says the priority right now is finding Burham and keeping the public safe, but believes the county will do an after-action review of how someone with this propensity for violence was able to escape. And we do also want to remind you tonight that as of right now, Michael Burham is only accused of these crimes and has not yet been convicted of anything. Tonight, our Michael Wooten takes a look back at the timeline of several crimes that he's now wanted for.
Michael Burham's alleged crime spree started in Jamestown on May 11th, when authorities say he raped and shot to death Kayla Hodgkin inside her home on William Street.
My heart goes out to the family. Everybody has been devastated.
He's accused of then setting fire to a car on the other side of the city before taking off.
It's very important that we find Mr. Burham in this vehicle, and we're looking for any help from the public.
9 days later, Pennsylvania State Police say he abducted a couple from Warren County, PA. The next morning, they were located near Charleston, South Carolina, and told local police they had been, quote, kidnapped at gunpoint and that Burham drove them down south in their car before forcing them out near a cemetery and driving off. The manhunt focused on that area.
This guy is dangerous. This is a fugitive. He is desperate. He's tired. He's hungry.
On May 24th, a man spotted Burham near his shed in Berkeley County, South Carolina.
Come run over here, grab the shoes. When he grabbed the shoes, he took off running that way through the little cut right there.
Less than 2 hours later, federal, state, and local law enforcement found him nearby.
The people out here in Hugie, I want them to know he's in custody, that they can rest easy tonight.
By mid-June, he was extradited to Buffalo and appeared in federal court, where a judge dropped the federal charges so state cases could proceed. Less than a week later, he was moved to the Warren County PA prison to first face kidnapping and other charges there. He was last seen at that prison at 11:20 last night, today leading to this massive manhunt to try to get this suspected killer back behind bars. Michael Wooten, Channel 2 News.